What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cactushands Game, and I'm Cactushands Clayton. Today we're doing some Eden's Promise raid over on Final Fantasy XIV. I'm going to be throwing some commentary over top today. This is my fight with my buddy Sutton again, Nick. We fought it last night, got it first try, so let's see how we did. Alright, you guys. Fingers crossed I don't make too big of a fool of myself here. Cloud of darkness. And now, you guys are going to have to forgive me. I'm getting some hardware limitations figured out here. I tried my best to get the settings dialed in so that way this kind of stuff wouldn't happen while I'm recording. But just bear in mind, guys, every time you see the frames drop to nothing, it's not only in the recording, it was happening to me while I was playing too. So it makes it even harder to try to figure out what's going on. And not to mention, I have been maining World of Warcraft lately and playing this just kind of on the side with my buddies when I get a chance, or with my buddy Nick. So, yeah, everything's going smooth on our openers. It looks like everyone's putting up some big damage. These first couple mechanics aren't anything too crazy. The Tank Buster coming up here. They got to split it so that way it doesn't cleave the party. Pretty standard stuff. None of these are too crazy yet. This one, I was supposed to do my Tactician, but didn't realize that the first time around. It's a big raid wide. And now, I never 100% figured out these squares, but I figured out how to make them not... Ooh, maybe those are the squares you don't stand on? Yeah, see, I still don't know what's going on with these squares. But they act as like a pressure pad time situation, so if no one's standing on them, they don't light up, and if you stand on them too long, they turn purple. Then I guess you have time to get away still. So when I was doing the fight, I didn't realize that. I was just kind of bouncing back and forth like you'll see here, just not standing on one period. But now, watching the fight over again, I can kind of tell that it looks like there's a window of time after they turn purple to get out of there. Let's see what happens here. Now see, still nothing happened on that one, whatever pancake a la mode. They didn't get hit, so... As long as we dance back and forth and don't let it go all the way off, it seems to be the case. A couple people didn't get it. Looks like Astro and my buddy Sutton had a little bit of trouble with it. Here's another crazy frame drop. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's see. I think I did my big Tactician there. Everyone else figured this out before me. But luckily I watched everyone else breaking their tethers and then kind of figured it out last second. Pop sprint. Did I pop sprint that time? Didn't pop sprint that time. Alright. So as you can see, Cloud of Darkness isn't too bad. I think we've seen almost every mechanic so far, except for this one. This mechanic hits me every time this fight, you guys. Like, what are these tethers from the back of her? Are they gonna yank her this way? That's dumb. But I guess it's not too bad for not knowing what's coming. Didn't watch any videos or any streams of all this, so this is a true first run without knowing what's going to happen, so it was fun. There's another loose play right there. I don't know if all these people had done the fight before or if they were just smarter than me, but it looks like they knew to stand right there. I didn't know there was going to be a safe spot there, so I took a little bit of extra damage. Oops. Big room wide coming up, and I'm dead. Yep. Didn't get topped off. That one's my fault because I got hit by the other mechanic. If I hadn't stepped in that puddle, I would have survived that room wide, so I'm not going to blame it on the healers there. Oops. Yes, Sutton didn't get that mechanic. I didn't get it either. You guys can't see that today. I'm covering the chat box with my face, but I'm pretty good about not typing when we're fighting, but if I die, I'll let out a type. So we're going to soak these meteors real quick. Dodge the front of the boss. That's doing that. No big deal. Try to get settled back into our rotation here. You'll notice I'm pretty bad about missing the 3 button on my rotation. I can do 1, 2, but 1, 2, 3 is a little hard for me. So you see a lot of 1, 2 combos. More frame drops. Sorry, you guys. Hopefully that's fixed soon. Okay, what's coming next? It's back to the dancing pads. So this is pretty much it. I think we've seen every mechanic for sure by now. So yeah, luckily we dodged that through those frames dropping. Once again, guys, every time you see the frames drop, I saw them drop 2 while I was playing, and let me tell you what, it's a lot worse to lose that many frames when you're playing than when you're watching the replay, so... You know, all in all, I was pretty happy with how I performed this fight. I wouldn't have been top DPS if we all stayed alive, but based on when the deaths came, I was the highest on the hate list over there, but that doesn't matter anyway. I wonder if any of these guys have meters. How did I do, guys? Any of you guys on this raid, if you see this, did you have the meters? Did I do some damage? Was I freaking pumping it up, boys? Alright. Yep. Frame droppage. Don't panic. Alright. Our death sickness is almost up. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Let's see how quick I use that. Oh, I used it pretty quick. I did probably waste 5 heat gauge there, something like that. I don't remember how much each ability gives you, but it hit 100 and I still didn't hit the button right away, so that means I waste some heat gauge. Is any mocking us in chat? Does anyone know, as I haven't looked at my rotation, when you use the overheat function, is it better to throw your big off-globe cooldown abilities, or is it better to just spam the one that recharges faster and recharges your two splitty shots? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? The 2 splitty shots? It's those 2 buttons. These 2. You guys can see me point, right? Those 2 buttons? So I don't know, I never figured it out. I should probably look that up to see if I'm maximizing my potential. Or not. Yep, there we go. That ability has hit me twice now. Still haven't noticed her getting yanked to the side. Looks like it hit everyone, though. The 2 people that didn't get hit, or don't have debuff, were both dead, so... Pancake a la mode is on the hard carries right now, really making sure to keep us up. I wonder when... Oh, I didn't see what killed that other monk, the one who was the highest on the DPS until that point. But that's where he died. He was definitely going to big dick all over my DPS until he died there, but at the end it comes down to who dies last for the position on the list. Let's see. I know he gets up and starts doing damage real hard again. Pretty sure... I know it's one of the monks that limit break too. I don't think anyone watched that far on the Emerald Weapon video, but I tried to LB right before he phase shifted. It didn't go well. I got knocked off the platform, so I decided last night when we were filming this, when I was playing, that I wasn't going to hit that LB button unless everyone was dead and the thing was at 1%. I was going to be the last line of resort to hit the LB. So you'll see that it stays unhit on my screen. Empty plane. Which one is empty plane? Is this the room wide again? Yeah, that's the room wide. Alright. See, I come back over here to my own spot. Oh yeah, that's what the lights do. They bump those platforms off, huh? Maybe that's what happens if you stand on a platform too long. Does it get completely destroyed from under your feet? I still haven't looked around long enough in the fight to see if anyone else dies during this part. Just stood in the tank buster that time? Oh, I didn't see that last night, Nick. Oh, that sucks. I almost stood in a couple tank busters. Standing in front of the raid boss is never a good idea. But, you know, can't blame it on the tanks necessarily with how many... Oh, here's a loose play. Oh, dang it. Yeah, I went too soon. I guess I panicked there, guys. Yeah, you can't blame it on the tanks. They're probably all doing the fight for the first time, too. You know, bosses get spun a little bit when you're trying to dodge the mechanics. First priority is dodge the mechanics. Second priority is not cleave the raid, I guess. So, and I don't think they cleaved the raid. I think Nick was probably standing behind the boss. They're doing a pretty good job of keeping the boss facing north, I've noticed. That's just pretty customary in Final Fantasy. I haven't done enough raiding in WoW yet to know if there's any kind of little things like that in WoW that people do heuristically or without really having to think or discuss it. But yeah, in Final Fantasy we always point the bosses north. It just makes it easier. Unless there's some specific reason we're not pointing it north, it seems like we keep it pointing north. So that way we stay coordinated on our little mini-map and such. As you guys can see, this is about it right here. Riku Morningstar is about to slap it up with Final Heaven. No big deal. 2%. I threw my tactician right there for the push phase because we were so close, even though it wasn't the room wide. And third time's the charm, boys. It killed me this time. I still didn't learn that she was going to yank us across the room when those tethers showed up, so dumb. That's that. Cloud of Darkness, first freaking try. I know we were pumped about that. You can't see in the chat again, but I told Nick I suck, so that was a sweet fight. It was a good little warm-up for the raid. Good first fight. It's not hard, but it's not necessarily easy either. There was a bunch of people dying throughout the fight. Looks like it was just the one healer who was really keeping us alive. I mean, both healers and Nick, our red mage, Sudden Osprey, you know. He was taking care of us. He's making sure to get the raises when he comes back alive. Pretty sure he raised my sorry butt, so... anyway, guys, that was that. That's the first fight of Eden's Promise, the fight with Cloud of Darkness. We got 3 more in the pipeline. We knocked all those out. None of them first try. Those fights get a lot harder along the way, so I'm going to keep doing this commentary. Hopefully you guys enjoy this a little bit more than just the fight, but I'm also going to keep leaving the story out since I know everyone loves the story for this game, so you guys can go enjoy the story by yourself. If you want to come watch some fight with some Cactus commentary, come on back. We're going to have the next 3 videos coming out the next 3 days. Go ahead and like, subscribe so you don't miss a notification when they come out. Smash the little bell, do all the YouTube stuff. You guys, I know 2020 is almost over, so maybe we'll roundhouse kick the like button in 2021. I don't know what's going to be trending for 2021 like button hits, but smash it, pound it, do whatever we do at the end of 2020. It's almost over. We almost made it, boys. So thanks again for your time. Appreciate you guys coming back and spending some time with me. Hope you all have a great afternoon. Cactushands is out. Peace.